out. Chop, chip, 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 chop, chop.
Shmabba.
Shmabba-dabba-dow.
Yabba dabba do, man. This is kind of like a Flintstones, like yabba dabba do.
Josh, I want you to do me a favor. Hop in my loader, go around that tree, and just do donuts around that tree. All right, guys, I am with the Stoney Ridge farmer today, and we're going to be comparing and contrasting two different types of loaders. I'm going to walk you around some of the criteria that I've learned when I'm buying one of these things, but we're also going to show you the advantage. And Josh came in from Carolina, so if you guys don't know the Stoney Ridge farmer, please go check out his channel. He is just one fun dude. He really is. He comes up here every year, and we hang out for a weekend and just have a great time. And he wanted to learn a little bit about these cast loaders, and I thought, wow, what a great opportunity to teach you guys, take you guys along for the ride while I show him some of the things I learned about them. Now, I've already been driving around this, so if the ground looks a little bit packed down, it's because it is, for me.
I've never driven this before. I'm gonna hit a tree.
You notice it's not tearing anything up. The advantage that these loaders have over like a skid steer or another piece of equipment is once your turf is established, you can still work. I've told people that if you own acreage, a large farm, property, and you've already got an established lawn and you still got to do work and you don't want to tear everything up every time you go out, this is the machine for you. Just like a lawnmower. So if you got, I was just telling these guys on the camera, John, if you've got neighbors and you want to work and you don't want to disturb them all and they don't want to hear loud equipment, this sounds just a little bit louder than a lawnmower.
Yeah, it's like a kitten.
Yeah, so that was your first time running it. How did it feel to you?
It felt like nothing I've ever ran before in my life. I mean, it really felt like nothing I've ever ran. The tightness of the turn, you can't, you think your tires are behind you because you're so used to driving a machine that has wheels in the front and tires behind you, but not all the way up underneath you. So it's like driving a Volkswagen van backwards with a loader on the end. I've never seen a machine go around a tree like that, ever.
And
nothing.
And you see all the damage you did to that tree?
Yeah, now, a zero-turn mower would tear up the land more than this.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
So I've had this one for 3 years. That's a 33 XT, and I've had this one for about 3 months.
Okay.
And there's things that I love about this one, but there's things that I love about that one.
Okay.
And what I do know is one size does not fit all. So if a guy like you is in the market for one of these, I'm going to cover the basic differences so that you can make the right decision.
Gotcha.
Okay? Some of my guys, they'll hop in the 33 over the 40.
Okay.
And vice versa. So the 40 has a single speed in it. The 33 is a dual speed.
Okay.
So the 33 with the dual speed allows you to work in low gear, and that is a perfect operating range for just doing what we're doing around here. Comfortable and easy. But it has what's called a high speed in it. And that high speed is only to be used going down a flat, level, unbumpy road because it will buck you straight out. I mean, it will get up and cruise.
The suspension on this is not a suspension. It's
non-existent.
The tire is the suspension.
Non-existent.
Gotcha.
Right. That's a critical element to understand is you don't get suspension. And so if you don't get suspension, you get stuck. But what both cast loaders have is a diff lockout button on them. That's what I call it. Some people call it all-wheel drive or all-wheel lockout, or you say whatever it is. I don't even know what the technical term is for it.
Well, they're hydrostatically driven. Right. All four wheels are hydrostatically driven. Does it pull two at a time? Does it just pull the front, just pull the rear? Does it switch between the hydrostatic system? So is there do you know this, is there a hydrostatic pump for each you know, a motor for each wheel?
No.
Or is it, okay, how does that work?
No, I don't know this.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know it.
So when
But if the guys do want more information, I would contact Top Notch Equipment out of Rogers, Minnesota, because they do know this stuff.
Okay.
But I do know that both machines, you can lock out the wheels, and then anytime you get stuck, you just drive out, and as soon as you're unstuck, you release the lockout.
Okay, gotcha.
And both of these units, the other common similarity is the fact that they have a telescoping boom.
Yeah.
So this will reach up, this loader will load a dump truck, a full-size dump truck, a high-size truck. This loader here, even though it's a lot smaller, will still load the exact same dump truck.
So this extends up to, in a tandem dump truck, I'm 6'5", is probably 3 feet higher than what I can reach right here. So 8 feet, so I don't know, what a standard dump truck is 10, 12 feet
Hop
high.
in, let's show you how you extend it, because it's really, really complicated.
Really complicated?
Yeah, it's 2 buttons.
Oh man, I don't know about this whole 2-button thing.
I know.
These automatic transmissions are getting pretty complex nowadays too. Okay.
Pull it up.
Self-leveling, bucket self-levels.
And hit the black button now. All right.
Okay.
Now lift it all the way up. Okay, leave it there.
Okay.
Flip it. All right, leave it there. Now don't do anything. Just take your hands off the controller. That shows you how much clearance you got.
Now, I see weight, lots of weight up here. Is there a counterweight on the back of this to keep that from getting hung up, I guess?
Yep.
So if you're hauling mulch with this thing, it automatically levels. You got a scoop of mulch. It automatically levels as you go up and as you go down. Unlike some skid steers and tractors, right? Some skid steers and tractors, it only self-levels going up, but not going down.
So this one does, to answer your first question, it does have a counterweight kit on it. And this one also runs off from, I think, a Kubota.
Okay,
Kubota diesel engine.
Gotcha.
A little bit cold-blooded. A little bit.
Okay.
Not the best in the wintertime.
Glow plugs?
Yes. Glow plugs. This one does go into regen mode.
Okay.
Um,
So it's over the 25 horsepower mark.
Yep.
For emissions.
And that one's in, I think that one's in the 50 horsepower mark.
Okay.
Oh, chop, chip, 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 chop, chop.
Shmabba.
Shmabba-dabba-dow.
Hey,
Shmabba-dabba-dow.
yabba dabba do, man. This is kind of like a Flintstones, like yabba dabba do. Here's what I want to know. Can we go move some dirt with it?
We can move some dirt with it. And so the dirt that we're going to be moving, we do have a project today. We've got, just not far from here, a steep hill is eroding.
Okay.
One of the things, the only caution I can tell you is just be consciously aware that these are a little tippier.
Okay, so don't turn real sharp with a heavy load in.
Do not do a tools in action.
Okay. Dan with tools in action, not Dan, but his buddy.
His buddy was a good operator, what he told them, and I'm air quoting, and you know, I'm giving his buddy a little bit of crap because smooth operator, if you want to lay on the ground. So he picked up a log with it, turned, and rolled the machine right over.
We got waivers. Like waiters.
All right, so our job today, Josh, is this is black dirt underneath here.
Okay.
So we're gonna peel this tarp back, harvest this black dirt, and then we're gonna bring it down over this way.
Okay, gotcha.
This is another great example of how this machine just excels, because how else you get dirt down here? You got to wash out down by the lake, but you don't have a road down there.
It makes about the footprint of a golf cart, really. I mean, that's about how much impact it has on the soil.
Yeah, yep. All right, so this might be a bit of an issue, crossing that wood. We could probably
go through there?
Go through there. Yeah, we'll go through there. And then we're coming down here.
Okay.
And this is where we're gonna dump the dirt, right here. And this is where it gets a little bit
tipsy tricky.
Yeah, a little down here because of the slopage.
Okay.
So right in here, we'll spread and grade some of this here and fill up that hole over there, and boom.
Right.
Turn around and work our way back up.
So do you want me to run loads and you run scrapey? Or you want to just
Tag
both
team.
run loads together and then one come down and...
Let's just run some loads and do what we do. Lock out. So they have no suspension, which means you're not going to get that phenomenal instant traction unless you lock out. And that tight turn right there is where a lot of guys under a load.
No, what you don't realize is don't hang your arm out here. There's a pitching hazard right here also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time I even noticed this swinging around. It's so different driving this. It's just so different. It's really fun. It's fun, I mean.
Okay, so Josh is doing the typical spin thing that a lot of guys that aren't familiar with these do. When you come in, you lock out your axles right there, and you just go in nice and slow, just like that, yep. What you didn't get to see off camera is he was spinning and bouncing, and it looks like he was getting thrown for a ride. Yep, he's got that dialed in right there. Nice, Josh. Yeah, there's a little bit of a trick to it, right?
Yeah.
So the way to really get the best scoop out of this thing is when I come into the pile, before I come into it, I just stop the machine, I lock out my diffs, because I know this is loose material. And I'm just gonna come right in, and I'm just gonna let the weight and the power of the machine do the work. Just slowly, gently come in and then pick back. If I try to slam in or go too fast, I'm going to break that ground and it's not going to work. You tell them what we're doing.
Pulling the switch. So Stan's getting in the little one, I'm getting in the big one.
Yep.
I'm glad I got in the little one first to learn it a little better, because the little one it might be more tipsy, a little bit more nimble, I guess is the word for it, not tipsy. What do you think? What's the difference?
So they're gonna feel a lot alike.
Yeah.
Actually. But what you're gonna really notice is the low speed on this is gonna outshine the low speed on this.
Okay.
Both of these units have what we call litter, mulch, or snow buckets. Whatever you want to call it, it's made specifically for light duty materials. So our goal is not to fill that bucket plumb full before we take off with a load. All right, guys, Josh has had a chance to run both the 33 and then the bigger 40. It's brother. What did you think?
I like the 33 better.
You like the 33 better? Okay.
It's a mini loader. Like I said on my video, it's a mini loader. This is a mini loader. There's a learning curve, more of a learning curve to the bigger loader. Meaning you've got to negotiate around objects and stuff like that. You have to plan just a little bit more. And I believe that the tire is a little more under your seat on the mini and a little more behind you, maybe this much, but not much. Again, I still stick with it's like driving a Volkswagen bus backwards with the steering in the rear.
Okay.
It's just odd. It's not like a forklift. It's not like a Ventrac or articulating tractor. It's not
saying it well, you guys.
I mean, it's not like a farm tractor. So it's a learning curve. It makes your brain think in a totally different way.
But once you get that down, you can do things like curl around a tree with it.
Yeah.
Now they get a little tipsy when you have them up high. That's the safety factor. Don't have them high and turn with them like the buckets.
Yeah.
Right, and then scooping a load is another learning curve. Just grabbing that throttle, just getting that locked out. But once you get that,
I like that better. The lockout on this is on your hand. The lockout on this, you have to left and right hand it almost.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah,
that's way better.
Yep.
So like I said, there's some things that the 33 you like about, some things that the 40 you're gonna like about, and the best thing you can do is see if you can test both of them out, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be using this one for snow plowing this winter. So
awesome.
All right, guys, if you don't know Josh, just go check out his channel. He's a wonderful dude, and he does sustainable farming. And we have a lot in common because we both have a passion for trying to help people, whether it's from the things we do right or the things we do wrong. But please check them out.
Right on. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
Enjoyed it.
Appreciate you coming out.
See you guys.
God bless you guys.
Yeah. Woo!
And go get them.